Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to the first class of Data Communication in Computer Networks. Due to some unavoidable circumstances, we are conducting online classes. You are free to ask questions using any platform you like. The data relevant to the course will be uploaded on Google Virtual Classroom. I do expect you to perform the class activities during the allocated time. Now, I want you guys to note down the name of the book, Data Communication and Networking by Behrouz Frozen. The second book is Data and Computer Communication by William Schalling. Best of luck for your first class. In this first week, we will revisit some of the prerequisites of this course, which you must have studied in the first semester. We will begin with data and information. Data can be defined as raw, unorganized fact that needs processing. Something which is random and useless unless properly organized. In contrast to that, information can be obtained by organizing these raw facts. If I write a long sequence of ones and zeros, it won't be meaningful unless I ask you to divide these bits in a group of 8. For example, I have 16 bits, then after dividing them in a group of 8, I will be left with 2 groups of bits, known as bytes. Now I want you to write the sequence from left to right. The sequence is 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. I repeat, the sequence is 0, 1, 5 zeros, and 1. You can convert it using the knowledge acquired in ICT. The corresponding decimal value will be 65. And if we consult ASCII table, we will see that 65 is equivalent to capital letter A. So from this basic example, it is clear that when we organize and process our raw data, it gave us the required information. Of lecture is for those who don't remember how to convert a binary sequence into decimal value. I will refer to the example given in previous section where the sequence from right to left was 1, 5 zeros, 1, 0. Now these are 8 bits or 1 byte. In a binary sequence, there are only 2 possibilities. A bit can either be 1 or 0. That's why our base will be 2. The rightmost bit is the least significant bit, whereas the leftmost bit is the most significant bit. Counting from right to left, the first bit is considered as 0th bit, whereas the last one is marked as 7th bit. So from right to left, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we will have altogether 8 bits. Now, if we take these numbers as power of 2, then the power of each bit would be as follow: 2 raised to the power 0, 2 raised to the power 1, 2 raised to the power 2, so on and so forth till 2 raised to the power 7. We call them weights. So now we will multiply these weights with the value of the bit. If you observe, we have only 2 bits that are 1, whereas the rest are 0. The formula is weight of each bit multiplied by its value. If a bit is 0, then 0 multiplied by anything becomes 0. So we will only consider the bits having value 1. In our case, the rightmost bit, which is the least significant bit, has value 1. Its weight is 2 raised to the power 0, which equates to 1 as well. The second bit having value 1 is the 7th one from the right, or the second last bit. Its weight is 2 raised to the power 6, which is equals to 64, and 64 multiplied by 1 makes 64. Now we are going to add all of them together. The value of the first bit was 1, that of the 7th bit was 64, so the overall result will be 65. Welcome to part 4 of lecture 1. The topic is data communication system. Now, whenever we talk about communications, it means exchange of data between devices. Of course, this is possible through a transmission media. This transmission media can be wired or wireless. Later on, in your lab, you will also see and participate in making different type of cables. For example, crossover and straight cable. Now let's come back to the point. We can say that a communication system is effective if it displays 3 characteristics and reduces the 4th one. Number 1 is delivery. Number 2 is accuracy. Third is timeliness. And the 4th one, which we want to avoid, is jitter. First, we will talk about delivery. Data should always be delivered to the intended user. You can also call it destination. Now, if 2 nodes are communicating with each other, their data should remain confidential. The second point is accuracy. Data transmitted should always reach the destination in its actual form without being altered during transmission. Third point is timeliness. If data is delivered late, then it is useless. That's why every packet has certain time to live. We also call it timestamp. It allows the data to be valid for a certain time period. Timeliness is essential when it comes to video and audio transmission. Over to the next point which we need to avoid, and that is jitter. Jitter is something which we need to avoid for a better communication systems. It is an uneven delay between different audio and video packets. For example, if video packet has a fixed delay of 20 milliseconds between them, and suddenly two packets experience a delay of 30 milliseconds, then this causes jitter or uneven quality.